part of the argument. Maso, America will not compromise on their safety because of the World Cup. And on the Obiano Mobeka say World Cup was American Tino, they should compromise on their security. And they may be a bit me put America in danger there. When I am America Krana, you know, do that. And knowing America and their position in the world. Anyhow, and Ramaso Krami will say America owes so many enemies. And who knows there will be a backroom or baby. But Unimsa American na
no mujitum
so mbe host World Cup no. World Cup no enye FIFA de ma America o.
Obede.
Wona akọ bede. Okọ bede a ese yemfa ne se bi afie akunya ato. Na nipa bebrebe betimi adi akunya no. Na wo maso e qualify so odi akunya ni bi. Na odi yanom se odi dwatoa. Akosi oba ahema so. Se obedi akunya no ye di akunya ne ma wo edi akunya ne wie ya enema ese wo ye abere di akunya na ma wo no afi wonye what you are supposed to do abere wo na wakopra akunya no ukopa achew se emfa akunya ne ma wo na obedi akunya no ya pene so di akunya na ma wo amamre ene amane ese wo ye no na wonim se wo tena akunya no so a ese wo ye saade no ye di akunya ne ma wo wie ya afi wo su ko Pentecost umunza Basa unim se obeji akunya no ensam guo eye part of akunya na abeji ye no si ebe konkunya fie ebe gunsa ebe yi apaye sometimes you betwa nkukọ you betwa moa ede agu nkunya no so no eye part of your responsibility as akunya na abeji ye no and unim we nyina na abeji akunya no oji akunya ni wi a untimi meka nkyere obi ase afa unye biem eba sa na empanifo ho fi ho ede anibere abaji akunya na tuade so enti America nim all these things and omo call say omo ya willing to accept everybody into their country and host the World Cup. So ya agency obe host the World Cup na Andy next say why willing say obetimi accommodate obi a or qualified to be in the country to participate in the World Cup at whatever level, be it a fan, supporters, club and national team administrators,
delegation,
footballers, delegation, all of them they should be permitted to enter the country. Wo na wakosere see the World Cup ni ma no sa ankrofo ni nyina no once the World Cup ni ma no one of the conditions so say entry into the country by these officials no obema ho kwai abomaba ne de na ma wa wi a afa me crowd supporters any fan crowd any dey say there be problem. But national team administrators, officials are being denied entry into America. Footballers are being denied entry into America. Now, if there is no footballers, can there be a World Cup?
No.
Can there be a World Cup?
David.
So subjective footballers to about 9 hours search. 9 hours. O search footballers in 9 hours. I think America take it to the extreme. Obianka said, I'm compromising on their safety. Nobody is saying that. Because America is safer. The rest of the world is safe. America acquired the police of the world. Police areas will be everybody is told on in line. It is a bibi kusina America. Enormous strength etc. About affecting any other country. So we are not in a support say Obiabeko America. Now betimi akoya de bonibi eti America. Name mumunandi. Referee asemi obey. Referee just a simple Google search. Ebe kira say 2025 year. Or a CAF best referee of the year. Sa referee dey no we America or deba ha America. Dey no betimi aye. Or ye known obi anim no so a referee. E just say bia why impersonation o. So why impersonating somebody? We know say 2025 CAF best referee in 2025. Now the best referee in Africa, the me yani say enye deny no nkra keke o. What the referee was subjected to. Yes, sir. No, almost say the interview no. And lasted for 11 hours.
Need be some questions.
11 hours later no. Yes, sir. Then ko share private detention room. Oh, Istanbul. asa na yesa asa na chi edi na ba and the referee ba akopɛ a ofiri omanya omo air travel ban so no sa referee no and the over America. What is the threat of that referee to America?
Well, community ebekoso akoso ma menche DJ BK BK also ya rep BK bi nam ha na so nam ha na ye oh my said ye walk up and feeling in city of America. DJ good morning to you. Max.
Yes sir.
Christian side in you, I mean, you also the answer. I'm the Amonon number.
Julius Melema.
Yeah.
On you serious?
Are they?
I used to like him, but in recent times I say, also a populist or no, who's a DBA being so
no, hook you on to trend, okay.
Because in some of Kenya, majority of the bogus. It doesn't make no sense. But you started South Africa. Also, the South African players were delayed, maybe because of their search. And
yeah.
No, South Africa, you know, must be am from Krumgor. And the ABI, I'm not linking it. Or no, ni Krum, no, must say aliens, say Joe, my demand to move through on Comeboy. Say a South African nationals, and they have the right to do whether they have the law for any law for some way.
You say omo delegation ni bonso ya dinner omo visa.
Yeah, have they been have the leaders of South Africa no more pretenders or money have they stopped their people from doing that? One say are they prosecuting nkofo na yesano? Omo ye bibiza. Now the whole America on the mem no say a problem. You see the hypocrisy of the black people. And people don't take us serious. We crying yes and go back. Oh, search and there a problem. Meboa. But foreigners who are your brother who even fought for your Friday say liberation. No, you and yes say because more they are being attacked. And see a hono metrim 2 year Iranian for visa entry. Also Iran for so maybe some questions say so money host World Cup na come America kuna America for bank Iran for be catch say omode ombeso America for ajo mutata so America momre nye nkomunye they will even do worse things. Iran kwa they mean they will do worse things. Ani bajo what who says aboa adene so inside different from say beso yes say ebe you know say then what I say the Iranians will do worse things and Iran for crime minimum problem. More Iranians no say opel mo a eba diaspora omo United States and so omo does they over 1 million. Omo allegiance to Iran so they can support the team. Now when you be war mba jo utie. Me no war gidi we. Oh small boy Iran jaya unja me to na wato. Na World Cup oba me krom na man tighten your man na oni mo mbeba. Unim de omo nyombe. In Iran for the end there me ni problem or again. No ka Ebola for yeah. Or no, so yeah, Switzerland for striker.
Yeah.
Okay, why not all the Swiss team but on kwa? The business our question. Why not all the whole of the Swiss team no but on kwa? So maybe obi unim intelligence or more. But just what I say. Because everything they do, they work on intelligence. The intelligence might be true, might be wrong, but they worked on that. So the fact that any the whole team be on kwano. Maybe they have an intelligence now supporters now say you refuse all more visas me boy now motor ticket now America for no
hotel accommodation
yeah America for consulates near for his embassy did they tell Obiaza auto ticket about pay visa what is the point ticket now what on and the only I don't know how to put it. That whatever to give you that visa.
Guarantee.
Yeah, guarantee. It's not a guarantee for a visa, but of course it helps in acquiring it. Into what tickets now I know when you visa. Because what book you hotel ya ticket into Memphis visa now. Yeah, sa. Odi no so tun chan no can about referee no. Some artists in Canada force it any. Referee ne the end no swing issue. Also, African, your percent your best referee Bekobi. But without the best referee from Africa, the World Cup will still go on. The issue mano, but the attorney say referee no mind no free the tabo down so anameboa. Any say who free wa ye maoma. And you also a referee to mamra saying. And on America they be decides okay, be mo aba ne maoma. And to mo hwe na say ma oba be how mo monye say how mo be ma aba. And the tabo ne da hodada. And this is what I'm say. And a referee free our country, he'll be treated like any other citizen. This is America for a feels okay, let's party because he's a referee. But if they feel like no security concerns them more, referee now fear now Krumambe. And where they're saying yes, a issue. Then Uzbekistan for also Yes, I tell
the snip dogs.
Nandi utu kwa baby will be rare kwa you shoe ni belt ni adina. Is it new? When you are traveling, you do take it, we did the same thing. Yeah, but no more me passport no more say ASEAN or who Michael ASEAN Michael ASEAN now or Mammy Kate. Yeah, ube you shoes say you belt ni adina. Search they say a part of it. And then you see a scanning. Ebi awujina wa but what I say near the scanning machine scan say bibi on one see obi awa two kwan that be all these things are done. It was Uzbekistan they are play be mom Ketes but yeah more Ketes be brace because we are player. And finally Scotland for almost say anyomre.
So I say Scotland for no so say omo fans no omo so omo wo
Iraq mama ko Iraq for no so enyomu ni anu Iran for
almost on play about.
Now, South Africa so many Iraq issues that Saddam Hussein time. Don't bet me support Iran for. But so what I say. And now why Scotland for almost all my day.
Almost say you're Scottish. You got a Scottish passport.
Yeah.
Or travel to US visa free.
Yeah.
Because of ESTA program.
Yeah.
But when the ask the I won't see me baby.
Say be almost what to say Scotland supporters some bear rough for America. E be anya bomb, omo de anya bomb antokwa.
Scotland for the benefits of Mokonto.
Now be dem Scotland ni papa ni wona ni pa money o. What I say, njo mate some bear rough for. Ba ni yen kan ni nyina ambo. FIFA kura ntumi nkan cha America said omo ye no mo ya to obi anya di ne World Cup.
Na okay, but because one point I me okay ya me standing to object here. So, because America, yes, but someone to be running in other country down. Say be Iran for near be a small country or something.
They are not running them down. Ban the territory. Into Nemran or the Yejuma. And on the territory, no, I say you Ghana na Togo for Baha. Niger for Baha. You bet me I say Mpel Momonko. Say Nigerians so more Pam Ghana for some time ago, okay. Say Ghana so Pam Nigeria for 1-1. South Africa for mobile see akofa yade. It is a ba me memo. O say the say yete as and say Chris e ba Africa ha. Enye hwe no sa na yete. But America dey hwe because we least mistake. E bi na na ka say even the head of state president no kwa life is at stake about 2 or 3 times. Omo nkyere nkofo intelligently ho amo na ye. Plan ni free. Inti Chris sa America sa America collapse ya. It is okay to cry. You want them to go to the United States of America, so we need to protect the country. Instead of being in future, Obi being a chance. Andy, World Cup in America be hosted.
America can do all these things, but me say, Okwa could bid for the World Cup.
Yeah.
Now need the requirement of bidding for the World Cup.
Yeah.
And I will accept it. Yeah. Now a referee from Somalia, you deny no entry into the World Cup. Say Somalia man qualifier, then can be umbe.
Yeah.
Come back some Somalia man ma World Cup.
Yeah. For all you know, they've also spoken with FIFA. So because of security consent, he says anything a FIFA and Kasan.
Mami, enkomo we conversation we say yama chairman BKB Emrem. Na yinisa enkomo we say on one side a correspondent the USA for this particular World Cup. Chairman, Ghana has said a very good morning.
Yes. Andy, mama chi.
Obi ajo so na ukoduru e bibia boko ho de.
Ami adum bibia boko ha na. Komo ya mudidi dia no ana isi unsa ha de. I don't for dominate and of course. Enya ni pachiche to chobi na radio voice to don't say Aston and right quite a whole video no. I comment on some of these things. Also, Julius Malema, so then I know there are a lot of news outlets. So can be out with blame FIFA for some things, be blaming US government. This is a Christian so cracka. I said you could do that. Wouldn't so good in India, you want to but if you would hear India, I would say some men the only. And this I didn't United. Some we are there, but Andy and some no car. Said the mistake. Kaka, wouldn't say your football is not played in a vacuum. Football, you're going to club so. Na, you know, what to do, Eddie Bibia. And it may looking like a peculiar to 7 countries. Keke Badonim. Sawusa can so kakra. Countries living so. Subani on only ye kakra. And also to be affected how the country will treat her on the US soil. let's not forget the game. The World Cup is not going to be played only in the US. Canada, US, and Mexico. But I do some more games will be played in the US. So what I say.
Yeah.
And then of course, I mean the US, but my US are not in the center of it. World Cup is about 3 countries, but you see that. World Cup, visa, US then will be a country because US then has even in terms of the visa, and they can't afford it. Bet 20, I can't say US and Mexico. And Mexico for them will put the US number. So they've never can. And it's that I'm a winner abandon, but all the same, the World Cup will still go on. But yeah, addressing issues one after the other, and it's all about address.
Okay.
Say yes, sir, said you're free. Make sure it's free referee. Atan. The best referee in Africa last year. I mean, Omar Atan, a distinguished woman. We are seeing Mubie who said, oh yeah, one of the best referees we have in the world. Now, Unim Sabanti, he's of the country, under the US travel ban list.
Yeah, Somalia.
And because of that, only someone with a diplomatic passport.
Yeah.
To enable him travel or Somalia and Timingo. Oh, maybe a Somalia citizens call bread or my leader. But there's one thing about the US. I'm a point to say, as much as also tournament near the Ubia Yemani Yeden, they cannot compromise on the safety, so the Christian kind, the safety of US citizens. And bending rules based on the fact that the World Cup is coming to the US. Because the security implications, every time far worse than Ubia Jimben. What I say? India, into the geopolitical, all those things, will start talking. But people who are also raising concerns, even about I am unique, 82, okay, unique, usually allies were killed and all those things. And yet, how did it happen? And it's hard to be auntie. Maybe for me, the only part FIFA had and they say FIFA decided that any SRDS, allow now Madiania, referee no uniform World Cup. Because so US Amana say okay, matches in Mexico.
Yeah.
Say matches in Canada.
Yeah, sure.
So if they feel that the match is going to be referee meeting India, then why not? Because Turkey, any FIFA calls some referees in Libya, why in Arabi? And to call him out selfie because World Cup, your referees who are Obekobi, but do 1 game or 2 games, one go in the computer World Cup man.
Yeah, no correct.
And then the harmful boosters are, is it an issue, say? Maybe a US explaining something to FIFA officials are almost in country we are saying and you know my job to say I any from Nana. Because referee the we say only the have power. But in the same game, I mean there are a number of games. There are games across Guadalajara, your games across Mexico City, your games across Toronto, because of Vancouver, games in the air Cosunti. I'm wondering why Omen decided, okay, fine, be a referee, we know he's good. If a game with and Kiajimano, in Jenny, you make restricting the games to maybe a Mexico. Now the searches. Let's not forget South Africa. US no one TDA is hard and thing. Okay, this issue about South Africa, Russia, China, South conference we don't
yeah.
Oh, and the African countries on military leadership last and Burkina, Nina comes into play, Andy. And they will do a thorough search because a dream go back and say, okay, players the mobile and sexual will be a new true and no amount for me you should be a yomonioma. But we are count about Indian. Oh, I don't mean Bolo.
Yeah.
Obi was Swiss passport, no EST, just that. You approve ultimate travel, you have visa to travel to the US. But only the no Vuki, Mama year, who checks and some more penetroma. Because there's one thing, US and compromise it. on the quality, on the safety of their people. Until the World Cup into US be ever Google the immigration laws for the country to, for people to enter and hurt them from inside. Because they will be paid. One of the greatest years here we are seeing in our country was 9/11. And basically, America feels say, almost a tosini kakadia, almost security no be tosini kakra, and the many years here. And after 9/11 now, America coming in near Brace and let's not forget, now the US president will be then you didn't say immigration idea or campaigning or America for Tabaman. It's in your diagro. Now you care about Senegal for your Sechiomo and then when you're Belgium. Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah, so Roro and Pablo.
Exactly. I don't even. I understand states because states will moment America be control. Some states will create so to go now kusiwa immigration for the hard inga. You say to me penny because my body more Virginia na be huni bako. Ghana ni bia ono ote krom ase ya oguta sabi America for passport. Okusi state bi na emsele ni dini obi din bi so se dey na dumo de ne fa so ko share dey bi ma na ro ne ho eni yi na every was sa state no also it is all baga na do ba ko nwa na kusi Atlanta no say Atlanta okoda Atlanta dey chia wa for fly for the baby because send the domestic no friend go through immigration it states ni bi wa omo ni den kakra e wo do states so it should not be seen as a so say World Cup na say sa ni mane mo nyina because World Cup you nyoma we mu ebi anyone dey do so even in countries like China when Beijing hosted the Olympic Games only the US contingent had to be leaving on a cruise ship so they don't free so no maba yaba be competing no yomako sometimes when the player tensions bema yana yen kind of the sa the free one no be Iran for no na and the tikwa na is the US happen say Iran for mom go baba because according to FIFA ayo woduma ma FIFA and you kasaya before they even agreed that okay fine and they remember on World Cup but they tell said the visa grant to Iran is that they'll be staying in Tijuana and Mexico the border. So they come in the day before they do their press conferences and training and everything. After game, they go back. Because I need to run for the crowd. Because they ran at the point. No one person stay with US, almost Manchester. I go Mexico. So
yeah.
And people say something. Mexico now come on country that no to cause all problem in the US when too inconvenience. But Indian officials who were denied visas to the US are people who have links to the Iranian army. I'm not saying president let's charge on March, 30 March or something. Yeah, long actually. Almost say, or your former commander of the Iranian Revolutionary Army was you come back point. It's on remember. I'm point they say, okay, born here, but when you are a players and have essential coaching staff and everything. And over to someone will come to Mexico. So you can be in Mexico with a team. Manage the team, do whatever you have to do. But when the team comes to play the US, I'm going to play my home. Because my point is, Obi Obuso or US Biano, or be inside, no HU man, no but US more than maybe the person being from outside. Didn't he? Why you heard and say, nah, it's going for the next time. If you find you be on it, World Cup mana, maybe I'll help you or you be any political tension. But in this world we are living today, everybody's involved in the political tension one way or the other because your country is almost opportunity, races opportunity. In terms of any number when and then here can some. But for Iran has something there. I don't think that case. I mean, the United States need to protect their borders and protect their citizens. They do it in any way they see necessary. I remember the citizens of the US are safe.
Chabo mame fa umre chire kakra bi yabesa ba Iran komo so but with the issue of referee in Somalia there so question obi bisa say yes question obi bisa say so US enim we nyina say omo countries omo travel bans and all that so imagine say Somalia ebo FIFA World Cup qualifiers you know and Somalia for qualify for the World Cup just like Cape Verde qualify for the first time with more travel ban na wo so no sa no nanka FIFA and US abano deny Somalia for no qualification hard end qualification no nya ne say more travel ban ni no World Cup no muntimi ma bia
me sure say FIFA would have found a way to deal with the US government or probably the Mexico or Canadian government to find a way around it. Only service Senegal, no Senegal, no that travel ban list is rule.
Yeah.
But Senegal for some US on Bobo. I say one more point. On the tell BB, then maybe I'm restricting Mokaka having a special security for the team and all that. And not the need now on me I. About him. Obiti said Somalia referee. Whether he was held for about 11 hours. Oh, Miami International.
Yeah, on one camera.
Miami, no, Andy. The holiday hub of America. Well, apart we Miami, Hawaii, California, some places. I don't know what penny. Miami soon say if we now no more. Almost security. Miami and Kazagusu Amekai. The first time I came to the US, Miami and McCoy, I don't know you'll be Eddie dance at the kind of security at the airport, immigration there ain't easy. Being here for 11 hours now, I cannot. But no, last year, you didn't look at you see New York. But you afraid that look at the way you know. There was a Omudin Chino Dunako Radabim. Minimum Lucas stayed there for about 3 hours. I'm question now. Meaning, Sabia the Yomunya BB or the felt random BB no more. Yeah. Oh, so your visa now. Visa doesn't guarantee you entry into the country.
And because referee, we understand so could draw and yes, I sign.
Exactly. Udru airport. I mean to no more or maybe immigration and I say border patrol and whichever way. Omitting wedding come every sound, the entire over joint justification for looking to quite discuss and all, and here are anyone wedding. First, cried, Omoco, you keep a control. Because all the slow beer. Yet me, Jenny Bacon number, near friend on you back over, you know, I'm picking corner. Why do basic play because I'm a Ghana? Oh, immigration laws which should be understood. Maybe because of the open your borders. Ghana open your borders to be to me by and South Africa for going to some food train. Because you're more liberal. But it's not like that with certain countries. So what I say, Auntie, we qualify. But it's not that easy.
But Mami reading this text from Wankasa Unia Kodobechi and from Anna Minty, the response I had met was it. I said, nah, Chamo, I don't agree with you on this. Hosting the World Cup comes with rules and regulations. If you can't abide by those FIFA rules, you shouldn't temper to host it. FIFA, in their statement in 2023, football is distinct from politics. Subjecting players and officials into rigorous controls is very bad for the game. FIFA is losing its credibility because of what America is doing. This is a benchmark for chaos. Every country with ego will replicate the same thing. Uti somewhere say America
rather than the blame should go to the FIFA committee that awarded the World Cup. You can't blame the country that's hosting it.
Okay.
The World Cup maybe not I can't say we already know say Omo World Cup get the power. Omo you have this answer over the
yeah, Kaiba.
I mean all these European countries and what is the Belgium for complaining about such and such when Kevin De Bruyne was made to remove his shoes today, what's over complaining? What is the Ghana team? What is the Ghana team are complaining? Say they were subjected to anything at the airport. As the Ghanaians who have traveled here, so because of international relations, so they are very important. There is no country that will feel okay. Now Iraq for quite a problem because now it is about Iran and America and they are at war. They pull. And they feel that ultimately news of football and funny baby for football in from the room. I mean, no me, my young kind of question one day. Your times are and not the money so. There were times the teams to choir. Team to go for Muska say. America acquire open Canada acquire open maybe UK acquire now be France and now be Misano.
No, a Guinness card na front delegation.
Exactly. And in the same vein, the US government sees say, among for which may use football in Kufubio room as officials who will be spies.
Okay.
It's almost when they say, board, nobody who ya.
Yeah.
I say, dear, no, no man. It's your mom, board, who ya, your grandchildren in offices. Mukrano, you have to come and come from better. US is trying to become a moment and then game this a day before the game and right after the game. And they agree, the officials of Iran, for instance, every president, because of the links politically, that is what is causing him. Because by a former army commander, and you name himself once an army person, you're always an army person.
Yeah,
you can be used for certain agenda. In coming to me, primo, the Yassin Habes, my idea. Then the next minute, maybe baby, no Yakobo, baby, and also Yako, baby, Nakakuka, America for. Only to be compromises are. And game the Monobo, you have to also do no more. Still, America said, you had been a referee because of Africa's best referee. But I mean, FIFA wasn't making case for the referee and find a way to accommodate the referee through the tournament. FIFA had to bend this and the referee no in every tournament. I mean, who can you blame America? You should blame FIFA because in the first place, the United States won the World Cup. And no is open. People vote in this idea. They should have considered all these factors. Since I've been president, say, Qatar. Okay, Qatar made no winning. The West was nominally in support of Qatar because and the entonces maybe commission there was a lot of very bad press about Qatar. I mean, Qatar hosted the World Cup. I mean, beautifully. In the same way, South Africa 2010, the Western world was saying, and I read, and then South Africa, I say, South Africa hosted the World Cup. I mean, it was so beautiful. It is like that. World Cup beyond some bang, but give them Casabon. We should just hope that India Bay and Ukraine security will be beefed because America is at war with Iran. Or maybe security because even being at war with Iran, America is the most. I mean, being the most powerful nation and being the most hated. Because someone confirms hope is to see Americans suffer. And the U.S. government's primary responsibility is to ensure that the U.S. citizens are safe, not just the U.S. citizens. Anyone in the U.S. is safe to it also making sure Zobia is safe. And if one person should be denied to ensure safety, they will gladly do so.
Christian, so a question your person will be sounding. Christian.
Yeah, Chairman.
Okay.
My main problem is World Cup no America for ne kobede yan fan show munsa yan force omo bede no munim the responsibilities are associated with the World Cup. Yeah, the man we are. You cannot begin to renege on your responsibilities. What they say, Iran cry now no more problem. I just want to ask a question. Sir, Somalian referee no, the threat to America there. One Somalian referee now deny no. What is his threat to America as an individual? Chairman, referee just last year were your best referee in Africa. What is his threat to America?
Only answer that question, but the only thing we can talk about are conversations that's come up. Because according to the U.S. Customs and Border Protection, officially, almost states say they cannot admit him due to vetting concerns. Because 11 hours in the Amanant, you believe some questions. Sending there, okay. Until later, U.S. official alleged that a brand association with suspected members of terror groups. Christian, some of these things, football for. We only look at things from the football perspective. It's saying that the best referee from Africa, Uncle. But in any can say, FIFA, and America, I get a lot of deliberations and dialogue. I'm making sure that the main actors of the game, also America move but make more example. America in the US rubber friendly match. We cannot put the Brazilian time. I was at the FE when we were up trying to get a accreditation for the game. So they will apply for visas. Because Mr. Nyankechi was speaking to someone, Okachene say, when they met the US ambassador, Okachene explicitly say, apart from the players or Mokobo, any coaches, two coaches, coach assistant, the goalkeeper's coach, they cannot guarantee any member a visa. South tournament in Ghana, your team doctor, Dr. Baba, he was refused, he was denied a visa. Yes, nearby against South Korea, against South Korea in Miami. Black Star team doctor, Dr. Baba was denied a visa. So we have to bring Prince Pambu, who already had a visa, to travel with the team. This is not the first time it's happening. It's because it's the World Cup. That is why a lot of fans is coming about it. We shall seven predators, Dr. Baba, no ties to any terrorist. No, but and also some whole conspiracy theories. On any to Ukraine I mean, we say it for with it. And somebody that is not in any way to say that is the truth. I'm just making a case, but they make a case. Oh, so we bid for the World Cup, no bidding near the man. Then they had to say, Yabid or Bidi Diamond. FIFA will engagement from anybody with respect to people who becoming especially the main actors. Some predators, I am sure that if America had their way, can Iran for the Congo. But only FIFA engagements in all is okay. Iran no players no the memorable. What I say? The players also there are no only players only tied to the regime and to the military, to the revolutionary guard. Yes. What I say? It's different. But when they have official, and they always say they can guarantee visas for the players and the coaches. But not official. Apart from they go through a lot of screening and vetting before you agree allow for you to come. Some traders will be a legal permanent resident or America. I will to say, America had not into a bar also America. The person is vetted before he's readmitted into the country. It may be looking like that because yes, as you ran from the Ghanaian perspective, you ran the Ghana lane cinema, you may just have a problem. But I will say, referee say or like or lens to baby. Guys, there was even a professor in the US. I will say, when they say a tell when you could try a picture, you could throw the bima, or revoking the visa, the visa. Immigration. I'm not trying to defend the US, but what I'm saying is that FIFA knew this. Those who went to vote for US to host the World Cup, they knew this. But in the same way, it should also go down to tell other governments that they say some of these diplomatic some predators. Ghana, they say maybe come to Ghana to travel ban list this week. So you buy your mobile form buy and you don't know what you do about to say. Making steps are making sure says in the Ghana need to travel ban so. Which are Ghanaians from the US and say how many of them had a problem at the airport? Because Ghana would impact. Sometimes those things are very important. Ghana would impact. It's Ghana will need problem. Some more countries will problem. What I say? It's surprising to know that Christian why Charles will do America. They say I will do America airport. Now some people say, have you been to Congo, Somalia, or now I can say yes, I want him Europe. Because of Ebola, there are a lot of factors. You should yes them. There are people that are denied entry. Appeal. One thing they call court. I could appeal the decision. Not court are granted say a man in US one manaba. It was also I didn't know Omar Atano. Omar FIFA appeal because Gianni Infantino is a very good friend of Donald Trump. And the FIFA appeal, FIFA agreed to America reasons for the man said, "Oh man said nothing they were in the free World Cup." It's again America for catching FIFA for FIFA for the two say, "I know my." What brought me to World Cup? You go Mexico to match or Mexico to FIFA better decide. So he's still a FIFA referee. Okay, you back on remember base you or World Cup referees on base you Mexico no. You never go referees on base you Canada no. What I say? When it comes to sounding money, US Naka Canada, America, nobody. Because the US Canada, no question for. Some of the US Visa or Canada Visa now US Visa. I mean, chances of getting the 95-99% because of family relation. But some of the US Visa, you don't even need a visa to go to Mexico. Go to the Canada Visa, you don't need a visa to go to Mexico. In fact, there are people who are saying visa crimes in Mexico going here. FIFA bit me decide say okay, fine. America no so many ura. Inti ye you be say you be na call Mexico. They no kind of FIFA G2 say any about him and part of the World Cup. Those are the questions we should be asking FIFA. FIFA should be coming out to tell us those things. But they're the money traitor. We cannot see what is a traitor. The amount who has threat now, you want to trust you know. We will see it.
My last one.
Find out. Minister Christian. Yep, Maxwell. Only Maxwell. We will get a about Munich. The Munich Israeli athletes were killed in this battle. But I will say, how did the people infiltrate into the game village? Now, school of thoughts that said that. And they were brought in as adults. And some of these security concerns, I'm saying, and try say, against the players went through what they went through, slave dogs, and this animal. But then the baby had the slave dog about. And you have some questions. No, man, looking like so be free come the bubble in the ball, something predator. Oh no, you're going to probe so to no, and then the farm, and then the ultimate. Didn't mean turn a bone to be another bone to be the money.
And going forward, you know, we are sure say next World Cup will be or maybe a debemani biano. Yanshe or Maya or ne international community relationship, no, and yet so bad because one share the next World Cup ekoma or maybe or no senior America or problema. That country may take this precedence as a revenge and may prevent America as a country. So America Zoom run crew
on any affiliates
and any affiliate, even their team.
America, America affiliate, one company more. Because the point is that only say we are coincident countries are the US passport, only have a certain no countries because a UK passport. This event, international travel. I mean, being quite cheap. 2010, I've got 2010 in Angola. BBC journalists, about 5 of 10 of them, they denied them entry visas. BBC. And then there was a story about them was there. Only deny another pay okay. All I'm saying is say. Yeah, the Mac country, yeah, next World Cup is going to Spain. Next World Cup is Spain,
yeah, Spain.
Spain, Morocco, Portugal. Spain, America didn't have this as well look Spain. America didn't have this as well look Morocco. We have this as well look Portugal. America can decide the only team, some of them safety, and they can even decide not to go play the tournament. If they decide to play, they can decide that they will make the team natural baby. And I'm the man of Beijing. In Beijing, only the man on basketball team, no more because LeBron James a lot of the athletes decided to pull out because we feel that the tension was too much. The American contingent, no one team Beijing, no one team they were living on a cruise ship. Hey, see, so. I want to let team let it. Omuba, they competing on my continent. What is plan to say? Because they found that it was the only way to protect Omukofo. And then the country is almost banning. I'm also about with their security for the team. This I don't know. Now, 7 players, that guy in the team, you national security you are tied to the team. The only thing is that those international rules you don't be allowed to carry a weapon or foreign land unless you have a special arrangement to be with the government. So now, not the teams about team security. Team security also police or military person. But the point is that when the military person is linked to a child group, a Christian, who we are, let's say, I didn't tell you let's actually watch it for a U.S. visa form in this one. What church on one seminary, you know? There's a last part here. Yeah, no. It was all linked to the terrorists, why? Or you're linked to any army, or dealing in firearms, why? Maybe I'll go to no. Normally, generic, you no. It is a oba, they do a mobile, so you saw some nagas, yes. A hundred of much more change and walk away near doctors and them, near Busabusan, and Tomutin say, Uremua, Omovatoma, Omum. Says some gold born, I will come home. Unless say, and go for Yahoo, you know, a Yimaniko call to no Mukoye, or Jiko or the same Muno. Let's ask any medical back say, what did the US government tell FIFA? FIFA G2 was on Pablo, you free World Cup.
Chavo, answer ni be jauma kono with enkomo ayedie nyina ne issues surrounding World Cup no. What they could do ewa America. Oko no where atmosphere no any preparations na. Say na near city would just a day to the kickstart of the tournament.
Well, I only was a very historic World Cup because it's the first time it's being hosted by 3 countries. I don't know, I don't know, but generally it's going to be the most expensive World Cup. So, you're willing to over World Cup, it means that you are willing to spend a lot of money, right? You're conform to tickets to watch certain games. When you say games, you will cry. And the tickets massive. That's what you will take it to the all-star tour. Take it to a tour there. $150, no tour maybe $500. But if sometimes when you play some game, it's also $20. Take it to be 600, not to be 1,000. That's I say. And then you know World Cup. People are coming. I mean, when you walk up malls, you see people in their colors. And a lot of the designer brands also are. I mean, who's will be a Ghana? The other Ghana will be a Ghana. Because Hugo Boss, Fire, Brazil, or my France, or my Italy. Me, I show some more playing with Italy for me, but Italy I'm not all those things. They all Ralph Lauren, so I don't know. Euphoria is there. People are eager to watch the World Cup, especially Ghana for they also any Ghana games, no. And the great news are Ghana for Ghana. And they say Canada game, no. We understand that the vice president will be there weekend. Maybe Ghana register if you want a ticket to watch the game. Minimum confirm my ticket. Some brothers say you have 20 tickets. I thought about it. What I say, you have tickets, but you go Canada with your ticket. You be with the Uncle FIFA Botano, or 10-party sites and trying to working. When you take any ticket, as I say, the President Wakano, UK said, too much. It costing government $11,000 per person for 3 Ghana games. No, as American 3 Ghana games, the people even staying way beyond the day. I mean, say, supporters have been doing a day before you meet Panama. Normal Panama, me sure some of their transport or common fly or come back because, I mean, depending on where they are going, say be a Worcester, Kakanabe, and Canada, Kakachombre, our 4, 5, 6 hours car. What I say. Now the Boston game now. Maybe on Madaho, or Montreal, Airba, Pennsylvania, and Mbawaka. But I don't know more share in Ukraine. I was checking $11,000 per person. Then I buy to me for over 900 to 1,000 people the back and spend it that much in 10 years. The tickets in the bank for Ghana for no more Amanonino, which is great. But the mode of sharing and their problem. I was a Canada fund link to Gaba, Konwa Philip. Me, I'm going to Philip also. But Philip also saying in Camilla, ticket to be free now. Now, Camilla ticket now, maybe the ticket train was that if I find a moment, no one day. No, very gamma. I just say, you know, Ghanaians will be feeling say if you are baby. Oh, that is above all you're concerned about the mode of sharing. I don't think Andy, the world is ready for the World Cup, and personally, I would love to see. I mean, this is going to be the greatest because for the 80s, more teams are playing the World Cup, more teams. But Adeba Kwame is sure Ghana 14 Ghana going to the next stage. And quite unfortunate. Say Team Ghana, Honduras game na 0-1. They said to say Honduras want to pull out of the friendly. But Mind this World Cup.
Sir.
Oh, me ojide.
Na the Black Stars no minim se bi yi mampanyin fi mam so wo ojide chen obi aka bia oni
me ojide say Ghana will qualify for my group. Say we just need to beat Panama. Only World Cup with the money them say qualifying from your group is not that difficult. Oh, it's a say there can the Canadian countries here. Just tell it to you. What I say? 32 no none qualified in Kaka.
First and second.
Because first and second. And no. When in second, when in first and that second, Kofi. But at this time, 9:48. They're trying to say first, second, and a third one of the one. So,
yeah. Na amo enukra wo ke kra be half kon since omode no ba ya third foot me qualify na ye dia ye din how much more you walk up afcon
say ni nipa bia so odin ya ka bibia o so munti se ko fa coach ni nya di bia ka da pam no mo so mo pam no enti ni ko enti mi bobo against ni je ya se bu ayen qualify go bia na the coach na 30% durability no gwa che na adwen wa na wo fo but eno de even say no tunche but World Cup de ye ba ye tired de. Oh, World Cup 2014, Yanko could be on that group, and 2022, Yanko could be on that group. But points are in last World Cup. Imagine that if the World Cup was taking a year, 3 teams, I said, never qualify because we beat South Korea. Oh, we beat South Korea, unfortunately, due to Uruguay and Portugal. This time, and the Ghana and the Mojide African teams may add. Would you pass African teams by the, for instance, Morocco, Brazil is going to find one Morocco go to Morocco born on Mobondi is here. I mean the highest ranked team, the 7th ranked best team in the world now. They are playing so well. Until Morocco, I think Morocco to qualify from Group C as one of the teams because Brazil Haiti, Scotland. Morocco will beat Haiti. Scotland cannot beat Morocco. Oh, that's not great. Now, Mr. Ketwebi, Group D, okay, me first this and I'm going to okay, near Turkey. Now, Ivory Coast, on Group E, you know, Ivory Coast will be able to qualify. Ghana, your group will never qualify from our group to the round of 32. Egypt to qualify from their group to the round of 32 because Egypt, New Zealand, Iran, Belgium. Countries are mini GD, we said Senegal say they qualify from their group. Countries are mini GD, Cape Verde, South Africa, Tunisia to a certain extent. DR Congo say I take them to qualify from their group. And all the 16 teams normally on Yoruba and all mean have a come to the next stage. But African teams also are going to to the next stage. Ghana and also they support them. So Ghana to be share Panama. The first game now, it will build the confidence of the players. And I'm sure a game against England will be very, very interesting. And a quick one, Ansana Wejamino. Andy, Ghana Football Association and the Black Stars officials and taking a firm decision. If the England national team players decide not to greet Thomas Partey, my play beyond Joe Mubako.
Okay.
You should take a decision. Say, Ghana's will decide to say England play a beer decided on Thomas Partey. Ghana team knows who be a England player beer.
Sanko, Mamma wa yikakra nefa to akomo we so. Sa position ya okay na dodo na consensus say. So what if Marbon na on the day because you say on the day captain here Jordan are you Onbedika achi and says Ancha and Bedika was on the side, followed by the goalkeeper and Sanebia Party Beba or no sweating Yabanti. What if Jordan as the captain or you knew Sabion Betcha and also Munchia, no Mokochana, but later from anyone I read this I say the Ghana Football Association so airplane say Ombema Party Mum Ababijina the first position.
Exactly. On the original first. If you not first, one China, Ghana will be unchild. Because when you some fool, they say, and whatever you can see, you are innocent until you are proven guilty. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Now, some men go court. Who to what them are judging? Asam Nipano obey Asama Tonoso. Nipano to call court or something, yes, sir. If we are Canadian, we are Canadians. You think court will be determined, say. Nipano did them, I know before. In terms of court to the catching, we are saying, as anybody before. Ultimately, also sudden predators, Obia is what Kunipa. I actually in the act crown. You never quarter. What I said, you never quarter. You must see you prove mobiles around with before. But then you for your same psychological, you know, the bear not to Ghana for us. Yes, your mom feels you're psychologically very strong nation. Thomas Partey is leading the team on the field that day. Thomas Partey do. Oh yeah, England. I say
Hurricane,
right? Hurricane, yes. Now Hurricane also in chat Thomas Partey. I'm on this also. No, last time playing in answer from when him say I need a call. Obia. Yes, you call because on chat Partey area. I didn't also know way. They did the same thing to Mason Greenwood. Why can the system be doing this to people? Say the very moment I asked them about the fund to you guilty. How? And no man I walk trouble for the man and say you are innocent until proven guilty. I just hope that the Kreku and every people are listening.
Okay. You better that band so we'll get you closer to the Black Stars team now also I bet picky reports and so Eddie Fringe. I'm sure by this time I'm more prepared for a Canada trip because give me on next week Wednesday or something, yeah.
Definitely, we'll be in Canada. And I said, "I'm Canada." And so the crowd said, "That's a job be open so Santiago de Cura, Santini, or Canada. Also, Canada for that woman side friend. So big greasy ASR game no. Reports just said, I think the weekend there will be a dinner. Was the enema vice president grand so alcohol.
Yeah.
In Canada for the Omutai, I mean, enjoy say. 2-4 but this had in Black Star match and some of it twice a bit huge you know Canada Toronto all the other places. I'm sure so many now been got that. If you could just do say no Morris no all those guys no me now been got a chief mo will coming with 2-4 no more they all coming and the Black Stars team. We are just hoping that we can have our first win on the Canadian soil. Yeah, the big room of Boston.
Thank you very much, Chairman Bryce Kankambo. Any bra when ya minim say ya eda so ya anaju. Say ahomache so ewo baby I will be eda say. Okay.
This side there I see having about 725.
Okay. Ti bibia ni e be san so aba waso ani abaji nchim. Ya da se bebre. All right, I'm Chairman Bright Kankambodu and Edin Komo all the way the United States of America and also Aboyi Nchirimu with regards to Nkoma na Yeshasi conversation is Asienra and Maxwell
it makes it very interesting.
Yeah, very, very interesting.
I'm saying, I'm explicit. Said America will not bend their rule because of anything. As they will not do it, so nobody should waste. America, that's how they are. And a FIFA crowd, they don't have what it takes to even tell America what they want to do. They can't do it. Say Ghana and I say Congo, but I say Togo, fine. All these countries, Nana make Kabibi say Iran is a small country. People seem not, but when Iran compare America, it's small. Because America by size, by population, by might, by economy, everything. I mean, the entire assembly or A, B, C, and people also want to make it D, E. Iran and America, comparing them. No. Iran is a small country in every sense, in terms of population, in terms of military might, in terms of advancement, in terms of economy, in terms of BBR. So they are there. So I think, sir, yes, if they are going forward next time, say, World Cup, no matter, but who say he who feels it, Ebronica say he who feels it knows it. I say me problem and your problem to wait I'll be huni differently, but say oh problem. And but also tell to guys na di we pa na nipa we, but he who feels it knows it. You better walk up no. Na ye nhwe de be.
Yeah, but I kwadwo be say or trend that World Cup ne be ko China. E be issue now so China South Korea.
One day.
South Korea, China
and China host World Cup. America be free America. Ebo game ni ya. Your flight back to America.
We so go be on virtual.
And North Korea. And North Korea. North Korea. North ne we dia. China boom dia.
China kwani
America or not.
America be boom dia virtual.
One thing you should also understand is Chris said, "Yemfa bibia antonche." All over the world, almost all these countries still respect Americans because they are help their own nature. They are help each other in that way.
Mama, so we say to us, Mama, you have a quick discussion and Sunday about Lucas. So now, Christian raise you concerns with protester Elkoso Ewo Mexico ahead of the World Cup. Teachers who are almost standard of living. Now, Udimadi on my sakwe. Mame, almost protest ni pictures ni bine radio. Game no opening game no channel. The Estadio Azteca and a game na Airbaso
and host 1986 World Cup final.
Yeah, almost as stadium no crowd Pele and Maradona nyina qualify to World Cup open to opening game no. Pay tribute to
1986. It was one of the largest stadiums in the world until recently.
Renovating
now teacher for one protest no around the stadium and quietly teacher almost starting on my day as a still in view I didn't walk up into my room go and never my dear Kosovo and across the streets are leading to the Azteca Stadium. One way on Facebook, no, over some of the images. And no block, yeah. No, we had to do was as some no ka if you.
Or my be our how, and be our how. And if I say, and the end you'll be how, you'll be how. In any case, on say abrofono. On democracy, they understand to the point that when citizens a demonstration, who say. A good thing because they are partaking in the governance or the building of the nation process. No, a hana say we demonstration. You who say sebi ebi omo ya be for and so move. That's how it is. So the more people do demonstrations, no, although it put pressure on the government, they know what they are looking. They put pressure on the government to do it. And the demonstration almost so say my ya infio manami. It's almost so had time a year opportunity like a very good time on between the eye. This is the time of the whole world air hormone or more into beginning attention. For example, Ebinazia net
ordinary link teacher for Mexico you protest and Quebec can once we expose
attention. The Mexican government quick because Charlie Ebia manye bibia meji din boni ama World Cup they will be forced to want to do it. Majority I say it was all to say be your models your bed displays or my young coaching go for on Kasen go for bronco no in those areas no more democracy the more people go on demonstration and all that Nandi then the government no cry happy say they are partaking in the governance or the building of the process no more but hano even I became in your friend says I suppose guys quite crowd moje paper na paper no more so okay yeah paper no more that's how they are. But I think what the almost some Morocco so ye be okay.
Yeah, for
Morocco so yeah kwa AFCON ye be Moroccan citizens
almost citizens now say hospitals ne niam be on my omo this omo boka o AFCON
me dey again say e me nua na teacher for
gaza ye
teacher for putri it's time who said this is way demonstration who said doctors here demonstration the bia so krobia adwuma ye she dem tuo mu kai because obetimi did the same qualification out the teaching field. No do similar qualification our other level and that person is paid higher than you when you have the same qualification.
Isn't not the risks maybe one factor the risks involved in the work they do? To say they are the health workers, for example.
Yeah, you students
like if it will be a minor, well, the chemicals maybe as a form no work on chemicals no more using the risks involved are high, so they will be paid higher. To say be a necessary
biology lab, a chemistry lab, chemicals now will be here Jumano also exposed to the same chemicals. I think it is not right. People should be I think that Juma Bakwa as a nipa dosu wom the teaching profession. And it, to pay them no very difficult. Also Krobia school.
Yeah.
Se Krobia school on match se Krobia teacher. Benya Krobia na Benya hospital any ho. It be 10 towns. No mean now one hospital. But 10 towns no. Biabe school. It Biabe teacher. Teacher for numbers in the door so to the point that so we increase teacher for salary by about 10%. Now, where the amount of money I will be used to be able to do that now. A bit me a police for the simple baby.
Now